Y'all wave to the camera.
Yep. Around nutrition.
Many of us dedicate a considerable amount of time contemplating food. Our thoughts revolve around what we will have for breakfast as soon as we wake up, and we are quick to ponder the lunch menu. We use food to commemorate, we use food to celebrate, and we use food to comfort. Unfortunately, some of us are not so lucky. Some of us will experience food insecurity. Food insecurity is often associated with a heart-wrenching commercial on television featuring undernourished children from the foreign land. However, it is important to recognize that food insecurity is a pressing issue here in our own communities. According to feedingamerica.org, 1 in 7 people from Alabama struggle with food insecurity. And according to the CDC, food insecurity is defined as someone who cannot access or afford enough food or enough nutritious food for an overall healthy well-being. Food insecurity leads to a multitude of challenges other than the simple experience of hunger. I myself have experienced the emotional distress of food insecurity. To make sure my family has had enough to eat, I've had to opt for the less healthy, affordable options. First, I will discuss the impact food insecurity has on your emotional well-being. And next, I will address how the cost of food are driving people to opt for less nutritious food. People experiencing food insecurity often struggle from emotional challenges such as anxiety, depression, and low self-worth. According to an article titled Food Insecurity and Psychological Distress, food insecurity and psychological distress are interconnected health issues. To illustrate, my aunt works a full-time job and is raising 3 of her grandchildren. She makes enough to barely cover her bills, and unfortunately that doesn't include food expenses. She has to supplement by going to food drives. She keeps a list of local food drives in their schedules, and she arrives early to ensure that she gets a spot in line. She then is faced with not having enough food to last until her next payday or until the next food drive. She is then left feeling anxious and as if she is a failure. Now, let's discuss how rising food costs are causing individuals to choose less nutritious food options. Have you ever had to swap a healthy food for a more affordable one? I have. The cost of groceries has skyrocketed and made it difficult for people to make their dollars stretch. According to the Global Food Banking Network, the number of people unable to afford a healthy diet has risen by 112 million to 3.1 billion. The pandemic has made it harder for people already struggling to afford a healthy diet. I have experienced having to swap a healthy option for something less healthy in order to save $1. I start my Saturday off like I usually do, preparing my grocery list for the next week's meals. I head to the store where I need to buy some chicken breast. The family size pack of chicken breast I usually buy for $10 has risen to $25. And as someone who lives on a fixed income, I could not afford it and had to opt for the less expensive hot dogs. Not the best choice, but when times are hard, we have to improvise. With these facts in mind, given the option between paying more for healthy food and being able to pay your bills, which would you choose? To conclude, those who face food insecurity not only face hunger, but they suffer from emotional distress as well. Financial strain from rising costs of groceries are causing people to opt for less healthy food options. And even though my aunt has to supplement with going to food drives, she is thankful that there is help available to her. Thank you.
Nice,
Amen.
nice.